Hi guys, I just made a video about EndeavourOS, the latest 2023-11 Galileo. And in this video I'm just a user. I am no longer a developer of distros or whatever. I am a user like you, and I say, this looks good, but, right? It is always any distro, and no disrespect to the guys of EndeavourOS and to Joe in particular, right? No disrespect at all. But it is up to the user, and I'm a user now, that I like to have applications extra or applications removed, or Bash or C should be in there, and so on, right? So topic of the video is basically rise your system. Do whatever you want to do with a system that is Linux, is based on Arch, and then you can run this or something similar, right? Go grab the code, change the code, edit the code, push it back to your own GitHub, done. What can we do? We can make this our own system. So we go to here and say git clone Ctrl+Shift+V. This is a script I use on any ArcoLinux based system, and I really mean any, because it's here for Archman, for Arco, Area, Archcraft. It's here for Big Linux, Ariser, Carly. It's here for RebornOS, Garuda, EOS. What's specific about EOS, right? I want to do things, remove things, but as you see, I don't like this particular mousepad thing, and it's not colorful, it's black and white. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, but this is the thing I'll do. And if there's a new release, I'll run it again and see what happens. Do I need to change something? And in the end, I get something that I like to work with, which is probably very similar indeed, but it has more applications, right? This is a little bit not enough for me, simple as that. GIMP is not there, or was it? GIMP is not there, Inkscape is not there. So the things that I like to have because I just work on them. So I go to this way of working that I say I'm gonna, we can't do this. That was in there or there. It's just a guess. It is somewhere, I think, here. Is it that? Yeah, that's it. So I want to have this and then open terminal here. I'm a tiling window manager, you see it. There's no way around it. I don't have it. So NeoFetch needs to be installed with the scripts, which is definitely going to be in there. All right, nice. Okay, so let's start. I'm a user, I have my scripts ready. NeoFetch, do I have ripgrep? Sudo pacman -s ripgrep. I don't. Now I have it. RG NeoFetch. Yeah, I'm definitely have NeoFetch in my, and here he is. That's a package list, that's something else. Here he is. So yes, I will install NeoFetch with the scripts, right? So if I run this, it's already there. So basically it's gonna skip it. No confirm needed. Okay, so ripgrep's probably another question I can put to myself here. So just explaining ripgrep, RG, is that I'd like to know if ripgrep is part of my installation procedure, and it is. This is for me core software, like Melt is, but Melt is there. Like Sublime Text is, but Sublime Text is not there. Can we install it? Sudo pacman -s Sublime Text. There is no subla. Yeah, there are sublas, but no that. Nope, no sublas. Other things. But yeah, I know that there is yay, and it's working. And I know maybe, let's have a look. Paru is not there. Trizen. is not there. So sudo pacman, yay, of course, yay, sublime, I think it's this and then that, and I can build it. But building takes longer than installing. So I have it on the ArcoLinux repos. What if, wherever I go, I grab the ArcoLinux repos and install this with sudo pacman -s? Will take less time, and I'll have a functioning system in no time. All right, that's basically what we do here. We're going to go for current choices, and the current choices is nothing more than saying run this, run that, run this. So left WM is left out, and CHDWM is the guy I want to have. As end result, I'll have XFCE, I'll have CHDWM, and all kind of other packages, so software. But some of them are at this moment have an hashtag. So hashtag means don't use it. Okay, and later on is going to do personal stuff, like I want to have my bash RC, I want to have my setting of neofetch, I want to have my setting of variety, and so on and so on. And later on is going to go over all these distros where I want to change something, and I say no, I don't want that, I want this. And then everything gets copy pasted over to from the etc scal to yours, and we have CHDWM. Okay, it's longer than that, but the guys who want to learn bash scripting, anything you want to have, want to use, want to say, want to do, it's there, right? Just learn the code and copy paste and start testing. So 0 current choices, and we follow what it says. Do you want to install CHDWM? Yes, please. All right, and then whoop, scroll up. We say here pacman parallel downloads. I really love that I can set it to 20, which makes very, very fast internet here. And of course, you change it to the number that you think is suitable. And I don't want these things on the system, but if they're not there, then it says target not found, which is good. This is good news. It's not there. Oof, right? This is sudo pacman -remove. I start with 400. First, get rid of the things I really don't like. Okay, hate is a strong word. Don't like. So here we have something that we need to figure out. EOS bash shared optionally requires yay for target not found. They've changed names, maybe it's possible. So I'll have to check that. So in here, in the remove, is already something that's saying control find if I'm on Endeavour. Let's see. If I'm on Endeavour, right? Then I don't want the firewall. That's the one thing I removed, that's true. And it's gone, cool. And I don't want the RGTK themes, I don't want this and don't want that. And I just go over the list of the things I want to remove. And there were some files in the past. So in this case, it's the EOS bash shared. And this is gone as name. And that's, I think, for me, the fun. What I do is, if I say, if this does not exist anymore, so let's have a look. -remove. These are the guys that exist. If this does not exist anymore, there's no need for me to put it in there, correct? So we can update our script, and that's this line. So I go to my second screen. This is a virtual box. I go to my second screen. I open up data, then arcolinux-nemesis. I go to remove software, and I scroll through to there is no numbering in the system. There is a possibility to have numbers, preferences, show line numbers. I scroll to 179, and I say 180 is out. So the EndeavourOS scale and so on is out. Then I push it to the internet. This is for me the fun. Sorry, but that's just me. And just say OS out. I've pushed the change to the internet, and the fun is that I can, in the meantime, it's almost done. No, still busy. So what I can do is the following. I go in here and immediately test it later by doing git pull. And that's something you need to learn. Git clone, git pull, voila. So on my real metal machine, I've changed something, pushed it to the internet. On my virtual box, I do git pull, and immediately I can test it again and again and again, because the scripts have been built that way that you can keep running. And if it's already installed, fine. This is CHDWM that's being installed here. And you can keep on running it and perfecting it. And that's the fun, I think, for me. That's the fun. Being able to have a playground, VirtualBox, and then the real metal thing, and I'll play around in this VirtualBox until I'm happy with it. And if I want, I can install the real metal later on. Okay. So that's the selling point, I think, of these scripts. You can change them, update them, run them again and again and again until, and there are some conflicting files, so we need to figure things out. So follow along and then we'll do this. Let's first reboot and see what we got already. So sudo reboot, SR is something we know. Reboot is something that's general. Right. What did I do to the system? Not much yet, right? There is Telegram that's installed, there is InSync that's installed, and there's Discord that's installed. And guess what? Variety is there with its wallpapers, right? Next wallpaper. And I have told him, go grab wallpapers. Go grab wallpapers. Abstract, minimal. Should take a look, huh? Minimal root. So I don't go get, I'm not getting any wallpapers anywhere. I'm not spending time in it to get nice stuff. But people always say, share your wallpaper, right? Don't ask me. Grab it yourself. This is variety, and this is your, oh, this is a better one. And this is your variety that provides all kind of stuff from Wallhaven. Okay, so immediately things change, of course, because hey, that looks nice. You got a nice wallpaper, right? Please don't choose a distro for its wallpaper. Okay, we have here a sign here. Let's have a look at that. This is PAMAC, about 11.6. I wonder which version it is because there are issues with PAMAC. So let's do an update. So sudo pacman -syyuu. And as you see, maybe a good thing that I did, right? Because of the scripts, the Nemesis repo, which is my personal repo, basically icons, and the ArcoLinux repo is available. So Sublime text is there, right? Sublime text is there. Sudo pacman -remove. Let's see what we have. PAMAC. It's PAMAC GTK. So the older version is still working. Good to see that it's still working. Okay, so what we like to do, maybe what you like to do, maybe, is have a look. This is new. We used to be able to drag this thing to the top so we could see stuff. I don't know why XFC has done that. Oh, properties. So menu height is something maybe we should increase. So we see a little bit more icons. So we have this that I've installed. So the font manager is something I like. Calculator is there. We have the ArcoLinux better lock screen. We have the tweak tool that's installed in the meantime. The catfish I like. Nitrogen for CHADWM. Xcolor is something nice. Maybe should make some. Sometimes I'm in a black screen or whatever in tiling window managers, and I just want to know the color of a pixel, right? Boom, color of the pixel. That's all I need to know. And sometimes you just can't launch GPIC, for example, or other tools. And if I don't install it, I forget it's there. Forget its name, right? Xcolor. Min stick is here, screenshots, development, git ahead, melt, sublime text, git find, icon, Visual Studio Code, graphics, GIMP is there. We have Flameshot that's installed, Nomex is super interesting, Inkscape, and then internet. I like 3 browsers, 1, 2, 3, right? There's still Opera that we're missing. There's so many, that like 20-ish browsers. You choose VLC and Spotify, and that's all I need. So basically I would delete Parole, but whatever, right? Office not needed at the moment. Rofi is there. Settings, these are just the default settings. Some of them are extra, but not many. So YAT settings there, and ArcoLinux better lock screen is there as well, and the tweak tool. And then we go for the last one, and this is for me a working system. This is for me, don't have to think about installing stuff, it's there. All right, now if we run this again, let me see the video, that we're not going to make a video that's too long. Control T. Okay, is working. Sorry, I thought it wasn't. Must have pressed a different key binding there. Well, first of all, what I often do is go to the Bazure C and have a look what is provided out of the box. Maybe there's some interesting stuff in there that I can copy paste. I do that from time to time. All that. Can I just skip you, my friend? Morden, there he is. So Bazure C is this, not a nice theme by default. You have to set it. And this is something you can analyze, test what's ls, ll, and so on. And copy paste, right? Make your own Bazure C. Don't be restricted. Now, that's that. ZSH is not there, and possibly a fish. Now, I wanted to run this again, so Control H. Let's perfect this little thing. What if I run this again? Okay, that setting is gone again. What if I do for 0? Well, you know what? Maybe you guys are waiting, but yes, we have installed something else. And let's work on that. The button is here, Eric. Voila, right? Then my key bindings are working. That's why. Super Shift Enter. Super X. Right? Super R. R, Eric. Yep. And Super Shift D. So things like that are working now because we are in basically an ArcoLinux CHDWM with its own key bindings and so on. So what if I want to do this again? Run it. 0. And no, CHDWM is there. And of course, all the things that were removed, well, were already removed, are removed again. I am removing this one without issues. So somewhere down the line, probably will get reinstalled again. But this is all good news, all good news. I don't want firewall. I told him to remove, to disable a certain service, but since it's not there, this time around we get a message, right? That's all good, no problem. And then we get the moment of where we see that everything is already installed. So the second time you run things, it just goes very quickly through the list, because skipping, it's already there. And I have only to look for the conflict. So where are the conflicts happening to the system? So everything is warning, skipping. And here we have LSH, DH, WM again. So that's okay. It's just a list of the hardware. That's also good. QEMU, I don't have it, right? And here it goes, right? Here we're in problem. So we are on an EOS ISO. He knows he's on an EOS ISO, which means I think that this is gonna be this particular file. And I am, and I will be, a fan of Sublime Text. Yes, and yes, and yes. Voila. Much better for my eyes. He knows he's on EndeavourOS, and we say we are on EOS. That's the line down there. We are on EOS. Okay. So because of the check, and that's why this is interesting, bash RC, learn it. If we are on there, we do this. But we got a problem with this. Okay. So Control-Shift-C, or better still, I'll do it immediately on my second screen, right? I go in my second screen and say to the system, I'm gonna take 400 remove. I can show you what I'll do here. And I have something about control find, is it EOS? Yeah. So remove any software. I'd like to remove EOS settings XFCE4. I'll go to there and I'll just hashtag is gone, delete everything again, and the name has changed. They're calling it now EOS minus settings XFCE4. Save. So that's a problem. So that's going to be removed and going to be replaced by mine. It's just these two files, but hey, Pacman is Pacman, right? If it says it's there, there can be only one. So same here. It's the same file. That needs to go. That needs to go. That needs to go. Needs to go. All of them are there. I changed some stuff in here. So watch out. Know what you're doing, right? And then no more conflicts. So save on my real network machine. I say update the GitHub. EOS update during video. So if you see my commits, that's the text. EOS update during video. I do git pull and I see 400 is changed. Now I can run 400 rather than everything and see. Right, the EOS settings XFCE has been removed. So if I run it again, it shouldn't be an issue, hopefully. Otherwise we have to think again. Analyze, analyze, and probably that's why I like it, because my brain is happy when I'm analyzing. It's simple as that. So here it is, right? First we remove it and then we install it again. So Eric, how about taking a look at LHAW. So in line 400 I say remove, and in line script 400 I say remove, and 120 I say install again. So I guess we can better go to the 400. It's line 41 because it's handy. It's not something I use a lot, but yeah, it's a small application, so whatever. So L do not remove LSHW. Well, that's the commit you'll see. And here we have a problem, which is no problem at all. That's the same if you have yay and yay bin and yay git and paru bin and paru git. It's the same thing. You get a different package, in this case a different way to resolve things, to know Facebook is there or something like that, right? To resolve the IP addresses. This again, no problem. Keep whatever you use. Is it Pulse Audio, is it Pipewire? I tend to go to Pulse Audio because all the tiling window managers have scripts in them to point to Pulse Audio stuff. To point to, I mean. No, I think we're good. Voila. So, no, we're not good. I saw something red. This is okay. This is okay, except this exists already in the system. That's strange. So for some reason I have my own personal Nemesis repo, and on here I've created a package called EndeavourOS git, and it says there is already one there. So who's owning it? Sudo pacman -qo, who is owning etc scal.config xf fc4 xfconf. It's a bit of typing. Use the tab. Sorry. Hey. What's this? etc scal.config xfc4. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. No. Where is the conflict? Here. In the panel, whisker menu. Okay, panel, whisker menu. No package owns it. Okay, then no problem. I'll remove you. So I need to remove this in the 400 remove software. So I go in here again. And when on EndeavourOS, so that's down here somewhere, Control find EOS. And I say to the system, if you're on that thing, where is an example? Copy paste. Your life is so much easier to remove. There is a copy paste. So Control C. I'm adding to the EndeavourOS. Oh, here they are. That was already hashtagged out. Sudo remove etc scal, and then a long list. Oh, let's type .config / xfc4 / panel / whisker menu 7.rc. Correct? Typos. Remove. Basically, I'm saying sudo remove -r. Doesn't need to be recursive. etc scal.config / xfc4 / panel / whisker menu -7rc. Okay, save F, push it to the internet. I'll name this one whisker menu conflict. So remove, that's the text on GitHub. Git pull. 400 is changed. Run it again. And down here somewhere it's gonna remove the file. We don't see it as such. And if you want to, maybe you can make a -v verbose or something. But we can have a look. Do I make this small? Yeah, F11. What I was thinking is, can we check? Well, basically you just run it in. So git pull, make always sure you're the latest code, and then run it again, and then run it completely again, which is this one. No thanks. And in the meantime, we'll have a look at computer file system etc scal put it where it's supposed to be. Here it is. Control H, config, exe4, panel, and I've deleted the file, which means it's gonna not be conflicting it at the very end. So, well, yeah, basically that's the fun I have. Oh, something red up there? No. Very good. And as you see, if you're not on virtual machine, then it's actually going to install VirtualBox, right? Doesn't make sense to install VirtualBox on VirtualBox. Now we have a whisker menu. Whisker menu is the menu in XFCE, so let's better do a Super X reboot and go and have a look at XFCE. Did I change something? Did I override some settings? Probably, right? So I always think what you're doing, learn from experimenting basically, and say, oh, that file is changing that, and that file is changing that, and that's the fun, that's the learning. Okay, my mistake. XFCE, so I need to click here first, there. Oops, right? Many of you will say, oh my God, what did you do? But there is variety already. And this is our look. This is our menu. And as you see, I've personalized my system. I don't have time each time to rise everything. And I say, that's the look I want. And if I want, I can just change some icons later on. But this is basically the default look I'd like to have. With a little icon down here, I see I've made some changes. And the appearance, well, there is Arc Dawn Dark, which I kind of like. So I skipped Arc Dark. It's a little bit different, all right? And then on icons, install quite a few icons. And Cogear is also here, Surf and Cogear. So it depends, Super Shift Enter. Look at that, right? Super Shift Enter. That worked. How is that possible? All right. I wonder actually if Bash RC is in here. Our Bash RC. Ooh, my God, right? So take control, that's basically the message. And change anything you like out there and give back, right? Let's say it again, nothing is for free in this world. So if you like EndeavourOS, go support them, donate. So this is a short video. I don't know if this is still short. 32 minutes. How to rise, basically, how to stay on top of things. And yes, there will be things in arcolinux-nemesis that you don't want, you don't like. Start with a reference point. Throw out what you don't like. Add what you do like. It's up to you. And an Alt-N is going to change another wallpaper. So there are in here lots of key bindings that we are used to when we want to have a machine. We want to press Super F1 and Super F2 and Super F3 and Super F4 and Super F5 and Super F6, and they're all there, right? And that's what's make it convenient. That's what makes it yours. All right, enjoy EndeavourOS, enjoy learning on any resource you can. ArcoLinux Kit, YouTube, websites, but there are so many resources out there. And have fun, right? Change all the things you don't like. You say, oh, don't like this, don't like that. Go and change things. What I wanted to do basically is go to properties and to appearance and say, I don't like this. I would like my EndeavourOS like this or like this. You type it whether you like. And EndeavourOS. And maybe you like this better. Anyway, enjoy Linux. Cheers.